Okay guys, back at Extreme. Looks like we're gonna run out of time. We'll turn around real quick. Look at that go. Isn't that unbelievable? That's with some lye added. That's that little plate system I just made a little while ago. The Louver. Turn it off. And we'll turn it back on. I made it enough to draw about 27 amps, considering this pulse width handles 30. But it's got a pretty good production for what it is. I want to play around with these Louvers a little more. I don't know if I'm wasting my time or what, but that really that's instant on. And she does pretty good. She's got this whole tank full of bubbles. Wish I could figure out why they don't pop off quicker. Because there's a lot of hydrogen in the bubbles. I break that torch out right now, it's going to be one hell of an explosion. I just don't want to splatter a lye all over. I got some of that shit on my arms, and excuse my mouth, some of that stuff on my arms, even though I wear safety glasses, but I got a few burns from it. That's why you guys need to be careful if you're going to mess with lye. But it seems to be the most productive stuff. And I'm not telling you to use it either. That's your choice. There's plenty of other choices. Salt, baking soda. Salt seems to leave a black residue. But, you know, you have baking soda. I've even heard of potassium hydroxide, but I've seen stuff on the internet. I don't know how true it is. It looked like somebody got splattered with some of it, and it just burnt the living crap out of them. Alright, let's see here. See, we're still holding residual bubbles. Look at them, they're still all laying on there. And how long we've been shut down? Almost a minute. The tank is all being held. And we have no voltage right now. No amperage, nothing. She's laying dead on zero. Our green light is off, which I can show you here. Turn her on. Turn it back off, because I'd like to see this go once again before I call it quits. And that does it out of both sides. I can flip it around right now like I did a little while ago, but there's lye in the tank. I have to go find a pair of gloves and what have you. But I assure you, it's coming out of both louvers just like that. Just unbelievable amount for what it is. We're negative on both sides, and we have a positive plate in the center. Just a flat positive plate. Nothing special to it. Spaced about an eighth of an inch. I think we're doing rather well with this little guy. We'll have to put it in a tank, do some flow testing on it, and so on and so forth, and see if it even matches up to the old cheese grater. The old cheese grater. She's holding up well. It's got a little dirt on it there. I had it in a dirty container. But she's holding up rather well. I took some spacers and brought it down some, get it deeper into the tank so I had a little more room for gas. And notice that stud sticking down right here close by the positive side? That was a light bulb. Right to here. And I ground it right here on the ground. And where you keep your water, keep it about, my saying of it is about a half inch up the screw. The water depletes, gets below the screw, the light bulb goes off. Rather simple concept. Put that light bulb in your car and your dashboard. The light goes out if you pay attention. and I would assume that the majority of us that play with this pay attention, because it can be extremely dangerous. You know you're down on water. And, you know, usually when you're down on water, I've noticed a couple reasons. You're boiling your water, and you're basically taking steam, so to speak, or fumes off it. It's evaporating rather rapidly. And, or, the way your setup is, you're getting water through your tube when you're hitting bumps going down the road or turn a corner a little too hard, so on and so forth. Suck some water out. So I haven't had that problem yet on some test cells that I've just bungee corded to vehicles and so on and so forth. I've got a special little thing. I'm not have time to show that yet, but it goes inside the tank, and it's a baffled deal on your output and keeps that problem from happening. But our last problem here, and I think it's licked, is the heat problem. So we're actually gonna run this cell for a while with the temp probe in there, and we're gonna see what happens. Of course, I'll have the pulse width modulator, and I tell you, it has been a huge difference. But that doesn't mean it's going to be still at the same temperature or at a optimum temperature or safe, whatever you want to call it, after, let's say, 3 or 4 hours driving down the road. You know, you drive up north or drive south or whatever, you know, you could have a cell overheat. And I'm not getting after anybody, but I'm yet to see anyone show a cooling unit other than a guy, don't want to mention him, but his units are painted red. And I'm not mentioning him just because not trying to give away business or whatever, so on and so forth, or like a jealousy thing. I don't name other people unless they ask me to. But he has some type of a pump cooling system. That is the only one I've seen so far, and believe me, I scour the net on this stuff, looking for any ideas, looking at other people's stuff. I try to publish everything I can and give out all the information I can, and it's all free. Eventually, I'm going to put some of these cells into production. If you'd like to place orders now, you can call me, we can talk about it, so on and so forth, different prices, different units, so on and so forth. I got some ballparks on them, but I just want to make sure I have the heat problem solved. And of course, with the units that you will get, you'll get a pulse width modulator, you'll get a cooling unit, you'll get switches, amp gauge, a map sensor fooler, a couple other little things for your O2 sensors to fool those, so on and so forth. That way everything runs in concert like it should. And you get the mileage you're supposed to. Double, triple. I've actually gotten way more than double. And that's no kidding. Check me on it. Alright. Till next time. Sign Senora, if I said that right, or Senora. I'll have more info for you. And I'll let you know how hot this got, or if it even does get hot. Thanks and have a good night.